Hello again, friends, and welcome to another fine edition of 151. My name is Adam, and I'm joined by a man who thinks Pennywise is hilarious.
Ha ha ha!
His name is Justin.
Thank you very much.
We are 151, and these mics are a little bit hot, so I'm going to turn them down just a little bit because we don't want to sound like crap, especially when we make a very special announcement here. So, here at 151, we are now professional podcasters.
Yay!
We are getting paid to do this. It is true. We'd like to welcome on board Skeleton Vineyards.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, what's going on?
How's it going?
151 is now presented by Skeleton Vineyards. It's wine with backbone. You can look them up on Facebook at Skeleton Vineyards, and we will have all this information in the info section of the podcast and the videocast version of this. But thank you to Skeleton Vineyards for coming on, and please go check them out and enjoy their fine wine.
Responsibly.
Ooh, yeah, do we have to be responsible about this now?
They knew what we were.
They knew what we were when they got into it. So, no, seriously, thank you to Skeleton Wines for coming on, and we will completely sell out and put Skeleton Vineyards logos just about anywhere we can.
Yep. We have some more upcoming stuff that we're going to do special with them.
Yeah, I believe we haven't got our product. They're supposed to send us wine, which is pretty awesome. But
Joe's going to hook us up with that.
And I think there's some T-shirts coming and that sort of thing. But our buddy Joe, who kind of got all this rolling, he's going to come on the show here in, a couple weeks or something.
Yeah,
and we're going to do a wine show, which should be interesting.
Yes. Because
we're gonna do a wine show.
I know. Hey,
silent. Haven't been introduced yet.
You're not here yet. I know basically that there's reds and there's whites, and that's about it.
You can't talk yet. You haven't.
Sorry. It was funny. I'll shut up.
Pretend like you've done this before.
All right, so we are 151 presented by Skeleton Vineyards. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, all at 151 The Show. Or you can please subscribe to our podcast on Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube. So that brings us to our third voice today.
Hey.
Don't be shy now.
Yeah.
It was funny, and I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Joining us on the show today is a dude I worked with for almost 14 years. Almost 10 of that was doing his morning show.
You were part of that morning show, I'll have you remember.
I don't know what you're talking about. I left with my head held high.
I never listened.
Yeah, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's why he texts in about every other week.
Yeah.
Lying sack of
I'd get the hey, we really need a voice. What are you doing? Like, so can you say this for
desperate.
us? Can you set us up?
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on 151 presented by Skeleton Vineyards.
Skeleton Vineyards.
It's Moose.
Hey,
Hi, Moose.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome,
boys.
Welcome to the show.
All right. Hey, don't curse, all right?
Hey, how about you
work
guys
for Adam.
not yelling in the... Thank you.
See, I know how production works.
There you go. Thank you.
Do I call you Adam or b-sox?
Adam.
Okay.
b-sox died a horrible death.
Well, you got the name outside of radio.
Yeah, but still,
You prefer Adam here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Adam here. I don't know who this b-sox character is.
I probably should have established that before we started recording. Sorry. I've been calling it b-sox for 14 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I get it. I get you. No worries.
Would you prefer?
Do you want to be Andy here?
Do you want to be crap bag? I mean, what would you? What would you prefer?
You want to be Steve?
Call me Skeleton Vineyards.
Or how about why didn't we just give ourselves completely random names when we started all this?
That's
yeah.
Good.
You should have done that.
That's a good point.
All right, stop recording. We'll do it all over again.
Hi, my name's Steve from 151.
Scrub every previous 151 episode and loop in badly the new names.
Right.
What do you think about that, Steve?
I don't know, but it's presented by Skeleton Vineyards.
You know, they're the only wine with a backbone.
They are.
I can't wait for the wine show.
That's going to be awesome, considering how much I drink now.
Yeah.
Hey, so today on the show, as it takes 5 minutes or 7 minutes now to get into this, just took the fun out of it, didn't I?
No.
Yeah.
We were having fun there.
No, you're fine. We're fine.
We were having fun, you know.
We can have more fun with different topics.
Okay.
Did you see the Orville the other night, Moose?
I did watch the Orville.
Okay. This
Did
is
you
where
guys-
we actually get into the nerd stuff of the show.
Did you guys watch it?
I did.
Yes.
I did.
Okay.
So who wants to start? Okay, here's the thing.
I guess it's him.
No, I wanted to explain it. So we're going to get to Game of Thrones here in a few minutes, but we wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about the Orville. We'll probably do an entire show on the Orville here
I'm
at
sure.
some point, because for us recording right now, there's one episode out.
But it did hit. We should address it real quick.
Yeah, and that's why we are talking about it quick.
Does
So
anybody know what the ratings were on it?
It was their highest rated drama premiere in 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. When they figured in the delayed viewing.
Oh, wow, that's
So,
surprising.
like premiere plus 7, it was really high.
Okay.
So I mean, right out of the gate, it's semi-successful. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But
I think a show like with Seth MacFarlane, and they promoted the bejesus out of it, you're probably going to get a really good spike the first airing.
they
largest ratings for Fox TV premiere since Empire.
Oh, okay.
They did that. Now I will say that I think the promotion was misleading. I think they were going after the wacky Family Guy audience in the way that they promoted it, because I had a lot of misgivings off of what I was seeing out of the promotion, thinking that it was going to be a little wackier than what it was.
Right.
I think they played it straighter, but they needed to.
I thought it was interesting because it came on and it was the most Star Trek feeling thing that I've watched in a long time.
Even the theme, man.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams never got close to this level of Star Trek.
Really? That's
Yeah.
saying a lot.
I really did. I felt more like I was watching a Star Trek episode than anything else. And I enjoyed that way more than I thought I would.
I really did too.
I thought it was funny, but I thought there was some narrative there that was interesting. I was going in expecting a crap show, you know, but it was all right. It seems like one of those shows that after it needs a little more time to develop,
Yeah,
and
there was-
so they can find their way and get all the beats right.
There was some, I'm kind of afraid that they'll keep going back to the ex-wife joke a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Over the course of the season, which I think that'll get old. There was a couple other little things, but overall I was like, man, this is really good.
But
It's
didn't they
funny.
essentially nip the ex-wife stuff in the bud at the end of the episode?
You hope so, but that,
when he invited her to stay. But I mean, you're still going to be able to occasionally mine that for something.
occasionally, but you don't want it to be like the main
the crux
joke
of the show.
Yeah,
But you'd be foolish not to go back to that well once in a while.
yeah, I think so.
Because it's so ripe.
If it's well timed.
I mean, you're going to have the two of them having been married be able to say, "Oh no, wait, this'll be good." With one of them dealing with a situation or something,
Right.
Because they have that intimacy, they have that history.
How long before they have a jealousy episode where one of them starts seeing somebody else?
4 episodes.
There's a couple bets out there that I want to make. How long before they have that episode? How long before you get the random Star Trek cameo?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Like George Takei plays the green monster
Yeah.
alien that's
Well,
on
they've
board.
already
Cassidy Yates. Is
Yeah, I know.
there.
Cass. Yeah, that was the other thing about it. I was like,
Who?
the doctor.
Oh.
She was.
What's her real name?
I'd have to go and look. She was in Deep Space Nine.
Cisco's wife.
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah.
I saw Next Generation and
Yep.
the original Star Trek. But
What is her name?
you know, is it me or is it the only kind of flaw in that show really is Seth MacFarlane? Is he
Right.
not the greatest actor? He kind of seems deer in the headlights to me.
He's
He's okay.
no matter what he's doing, he's Seth MacFarlane.
Right.
I mean that is his limitation.
Yeah.
Is that he just is Seth MacFarlane? That's it.
Penny Johnson.
Penny Johnson.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. See, I remember her from the Larry Sanders Show. That was my point of reference for her.
Okay.
Okay.
No, she was on Deep Space Nine,
Okay.
so they've already got that. They've got several. I think. What did we talk about? Frakes, I think, was doing.
Frakes is doing it. The dude that played Tom Paris
Yeah,
is
Robert
directing an
Duncan
episode.
McNeil
I think
is-
he's directing the next episode.
So Jonathan Frakes? Is that
Yeah.
his name? He's going to be in there? It wasn't he number 2?
No, I think he's directing
He's directing that, and he's directing a couple
Discovery episodes. Yeah.
Which, did you see what he let out about Discovery?
Yeah.
They're going to be doing a mirror episode.
Yep.
Mirror universe.
Yep, I put that up this morning on the on the Facebook.
Not to get off topic, but Discovery looks cool. And I'm not a Star Trek guy. Have you seen it? Don't want to get off track here, but have you seen it?
We have.
Okay, all right. We'll leave
We've
it
seen
there.
the trailers for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean
I don't even know when it premieres.
next week.
Is it next week?
Yeah, the
I think it looks
24th.
like a pile of garbage.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not a Star Trek guy. So.
No, you're fine. You're
No,
fine.
no. I think the Orville is going to be more Star Trek than what Star Trek's going to be.
I want the Orville to do well. I think there's a place there for. Remember Galaxy Quest, which is essentially what the Orville is. I think there's definitely a place there for.
And quite frankly, just remember what Star Trek used to be. Star Trek used to be a sunny future. This is what humanity can aspire to. Not
Now we have purple Klingons.
well, and now we have a story that's going to. It's going to reflect what's happening. No, what's happening now is not great. Let's aspire to something better.
But didn't Star Trek? I thought the onus of that was social commentary back in the '60s.
It is, but always through the lens of aspiring to be better.
Gotcha.
That we're all kind of friends here type stuff on the ship and that sort of thing.
Look forward to the future because it will be better.
Are we gonna three-way kiss or what?
So, anyways,
I don't understand.
Like we said, that was a lot on. I kind of want to just stay on Star Trek and Voyager now,
Right? You do.
Unless do you guys want to switch over to?
Well, we did promise, initially that we do Game of Thrones. There's like 3 people excited right now for us to hurry up and get to Game of Thrones.
Talk about the Lannisters. Damn it. Talk about incest.
Talk about the giant albino woman.
This is one.
You know how the Lannisters make a king, don't you?
How?
Push 2 twins together. Boom.
This is 151 presented by Skeleton Vineyards. All right, so we'll get back to the Orville after a whole season comes out. I think there's a lot there to talk about, and you bring it up Discovery. That's just a.
Sorry.
That's okay. No,
it will be interested in a couple of weeks or maybe a couple months from now to do a comparison between the two.
Yeah, it's just I look at that Discovery and I'm so disappointed.
Have you watched any episodes?
No,
It's not
but
out
just
yet.
It's not.
No, it's just the trailers and stuff, and it's just like, oh, great, more J.J. Abrams.
It does have that J.J.
Yeah.
Abrams look to it.
So,
Which, don't get me wrong, there's a certain aesthetic. Yes, the show was made 50 years ago, but to a certain extent, they've incorporated. They brought that forward, and they said, yes, this is how it really looked. You can't have that big of a disjoint between the two.
Sure.
So,
Makes sense.
It can't look like JJ.
all right. So with that being said, that's coming up here. Orville, we look forward to the season. What is it? It's like 13 episodes, right?
I think it's more than that, actually.
Really? I'll look it up here in a minute. But probably the biggest TV show of the year just ended a couple weeks ago. And as promised, we are now finally talking about Game of Thrones.
Yes!
Big old tight pants right now.
Do you see the hound confront the mountain zombie?
Oh my god. Did you?
No, I don't watch it.
Damn it. I knew we were talking about this.
He's read it all.
I
though.
read the books. Which, obviously that only carries us up to about, season 5 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
They've moved beyond, which...
Well, see, that's the thing. We've never really talked about Game of Thrones on this show. Mostly, and if we have, it's only been in passing. Mm-hmm. It's not been, hey, let's really dive into this. And Brittany really wanted to talk about Game of Thrones. She's pissed.
Brittany...
former rock girl Brittany that's been on the show. Yeah.
Video game Brittany?
Yeah.
Okay.
Video game Brittany.
Gotcha.
Have you seen the show before?
I watched the episode with Ryan. Other than that, I haven't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, thanks.
I don't have internet.
Oh.
I had to watch it at the library.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, you were already there to do your show, so I mean...
Orville was there looking over my shoulder and stroking his cat.
nice.
So,
anyway, Game of Thrones wrapped up. Season 7 had, 7 episodes in it, I believe?
That sounds right. It
was a short season.
Yeah, it's a truncated season this and next time. Because I think they planned on doing a whole, 10, 12 episodes like they normally do. But then, since we're going out, we're finishing it. They want to milk it. So we'll do 6, 7 here, and then we'll do 6, 7 in a year or two. Which sucks, but whatever.
is it 2018 or 2019 for the next
It's
one?
not coming out for a while.
I've heard both. So I don't know what it's going to be. I thought they shot everything, but I heard that they haven't shot the final 6 or 7 episodes yet.
No, and the article I was reading, that's going to stretch out to effectively 9 or 10 episodes because they're shooting multiple endings and scenarios.
I've heard that
so they
too,
can
yeah.
fix it. They can mix it all together to get the story they want.
Well,
Well-
they probably want to keep people on their toes.
Oh, I'm
too.
sure.
Well, that and if HBO can keep their data secure.
And there's that.
Or not just randomly, hey, let's put this episode up on HBO Go Spanish.
Yeah, how did
Or-
that happen?
I don't know.
Major fail.
They had HBO, the app.
Yeah.
They had one episode up, and I think it was the best episode of the season where the dragon dies.
Right.
Oh, there will be spoilers here, so
Yeah, whoops. Just flash the graphic before.
it's just I don't care about the spoilers thing. I don't care if I ruin
I know
your
that's
day.
not your thing, but some people care.
They've had a month at this point.
True.
Well, and
It's not my problem with this
And
anymore.
unless this is your first time viewing this show, you know if there's a topic we're discussing, it's going to be spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they essentially put up an episode like 5 days early up
Nice.
on their Spain's was it?
I thought it was
think-
regular. I thought it was the
Was it
regular one.
regular?
I
I don't
thought it
know.
was the English version.
Anyways, but yeah, it was possibly the best episode of the season, where
Yeah.
the Night King showed up and showed his javelin technique.
Nice.
I like how he's doing the arm aiming like he's at the 76
Have you ever
Olympics.
seen the Night King? What he looks like?
Yeah. Yeah, I know
Okay.
what the Night King looks like. I
He really
know. I
does
know
do
what. I actually know what you're talking about.
They should have looped in.
Overall, I'm trying to figure out what the best way to start with this is. Do you like season 7?
I did. You know, I heard a lot of people were complaining about the time travel or like the abbreviated
Yeah.
travel sequences, but I really don't care about that. Like, because it didn't take John 6 months to cross the Westeros Sea. Oh no! It's like, shut up.
They
You
had
know?
they had more fast travel jokes than
Yeah.
you could ever possibly imagine.
But it's like the story. Like we want the plot. Let's move it along. I don't care.
And basically in any epic fantasy series, I don't care whether it's books or whatever, you always have something if you go back and examine the timelines when you're talking about massive continents and whatnot. There's always one that doesn't make sense. This one is just, very visible.
Yeah, but it's like that's just like complaining about the deck chairs on the Titanic, that they're not in the right place. This ship's going down. Who cares? Focus on the life rafts. Dinghies. Focus on the dinghies.
Okay. No,
Nautical reference.
I feel like it was. I kind of felt like season 7 was the Iron Man 2 of Game of Thrones.
Is that good or bad?
Was there an ice dragon in Iron Man 2? I don't remember.
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
Mickey Rourke wrote it.
Oh, okay.
It was actually drugs. It was
It was
meth.
the metaphorical dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, I felt like they were they had cool moments in here across the 7 episodes or whatever it was, but it was mostly we're just trying to get to season 8.
Right.
We're just trying to get things set up, get the pieces on the board in the right place so we can do.
So we can pay off in season 8, and
Yeah.
every episode will be huge.
I do think that things were kind of rushed a little bit. Mm-hmm. It seemed like, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It seemed like usually in Game of Thrones, and you've seen all the seasons, I think,
Yeah.
right? Usually there's some kind of laying the groundwork, and
Yeah.
then the next episode you get a little taste of that groundwork developing even
But
more.
usually in the episodes, there's some storyline that's going on that you feel something about. Whether it's the Bolton kid, Ramsay.
Right.
Excuse me.
And Theon.
Yeah, that whole thing, or the stuff with Sansa and him, or Jon Snow playing out the stuff at Casters, or whatever. But there's something that you feel, or the really great example is Cersei in with the Sparrows.
Sparrows.
The High Sparrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a cult, a religious thing.
This time around, it was just like, okay, a little bit of story, don't really feel anything. Oh, hey, we killed the dragon, and we brought down the wall.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything that was like, okay, I'm really hanging on to this to see what happens.
You mean like a subplot?
That, or just something that like makes me buy into these episodes. I guess the subplot of this one, if you want to call it that, would be, hey, John's gonna bang his aunt.
There's that, but I was also thinking Theon's plot, with his sister and Euron Greyjoy, how he's trying to redemption and trying to find his way back to being accepted by the Starks and all that.
You know what? Everybody wants to make fun of Theon until you spin it in the light of that dude has amazing post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, they've done pretty good.
It's hard to make fun of that dude.
Well, they've done pretty good with that character, and they've taken their time with him because, like, the instance I'll give you is on the ship when Euron stormed their ships and kidnapped his sister.
Yeah.
You know, in typical TV fantasy tropes, he would be like, come here, Euron, and kick his ass. But in reality, he's still effed up in the brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what does he do? He jumps over. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I've got
that made sense to me.
Yeah, no. It just, I don't know. It just, there wasn't anything about this season that really made me grab it. Like, I liked it, don't get me wrong. But there wasn't anything that was like, oh God, it's coming, you know.
See, and I've been waiting for the death of Littlefinger since book number 1. So when I heard that, I was fairly pleased.
Yeah, and take that. That's a good place to go because that could have been done so much better.
I think the build-up to that was lacking.
Yeah.
The whole Arya, Sansa, I didn't really get from them that they were in any way going to work together.
That felt like Peter Baelish deserved a better out on that show.
Yeah.
For as bad as his character. Because when Ramsay Bolton, or was that his name, Ramsay?
Yeah. Bad guy.
Bruce Bolton's kid that was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, his death, like, it felt good.
Yeah, but you remember they had, Littlefinger's like a conniving, maneuvering tactician.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, hey, Littlefinger, we know you did all this stuff because our brother, the weird three-eyed raven, says so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, for those two people in those positions, that would be enough.
Maybe.
I mean, that's literally what you're seeing is literally, you know, the people in a position of power like that being able to say, you've displeased me, you die now.
I just was expecting more.
I think it's a little different because
I thought
Ramsay was so bad. Like, it was like juicy steak watching him die as opposed to Littlefinger. It's like, it's a burger that you've had before that you like.
I wanted to see him entrapped more, though.
Entrapped?
Entrapped, yeah, where it's like, you know, the walls are closing in.
They lay the case out there, and he knows he's screwed, and you know.
But then at the last minute, you think he's gotten out of it, but then they get him.
Yeah,
that would have been better.
I don't know why. I just thought he deserved a better death. It was kind of like, you know what it came down to. It kind of seemed like they were like,
you can't handle the truth. Sorry.
No, it was more like, hey, we need to kill somebody. Want to kill Littlefinger? All right. And then they kind of half-assed a story together where Arya and Sansa come together and they're the three-eyed raven, which Bran's just the weird kid now.
He is, right?
He's just the
I'm
kid
not Bran anymore. I listen to Pink Floyd now.
He's essentially the dude that's on the computer all the time and knows everything because he's always staring at the internet. Hold on.
Oh, you just hacked China's mainframe.
Oh, you see, in episode 30, I'm the three-eyed raven.
I think Littlefinger dying now is maybe it's indicative of better, juicier steaks later on in the season.
Maybe. I don't know. I wanted Littlefinger. I liked him as a villain. I wanted him to have a better death.
You know, maybe that leaves the door open to Varys, who's he's the same kind of guy.
I think he has a twin.
You do?
Because of the fast travel stuff.
And honestly, I always assumed that Littlefinger would be the slimy bastard that made it all the way through.
And got the gold or the Iron
to the
Throne.
very end, and waited for everybody else to destroy each other, and then through just attrition ended up in a you know, succeeding, so to speak.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, if anybody could find their way onto the Iron Throne, who's not a part of Bloodline, or conquers the throne, it'd be Littlefinger. Yeah. But I think there's something with Varys. You know, like a couple seasons ago, all of a sudden he's a good guy, helping out the right person in Daenerys. I think there might be something up with Varys. Like, he's not done.
Yeah.
You know, with his little birds back in the kingdom and all that.
Yeah, that or he brought up a good point a couple weeks ago when we were talking about this, that maybe Martin doesn't know exactly how he wants this to wrap up.
Yeah, I think at this point the reason that, you know, everything has taken so long, and I think he wrote himself into a corner, and I think he said, okay, boys, these are the 3 things that need to happen to make this work. And now he's actually looking to the show and going, oh, that's a really good idea. Let's incorporate that in, because I had no idea what I was going to do with that. I don't think you're going to see a book that's substantially different from the show.
I gotta believe
if we ever get a last book at this point.
I believe
frankly,
they've got to be communicating. Martin and the producers.
Well,
of
he
the show.
told there's 2 or 3 producers at HBO that know how the story ends.
Yeah.
That they know, and that's just so they can not kill off certain people on the way, like like Jon Snow.
do you think that at a
We
certain
weren't supposed to kill him.
do you think at a certain point they sat down and went, okay, we're 4 seasons into this, but this guy really, really seems to like family relations, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Incest.
What did we do here?
No,
How do we clean this up?
maybe. I just like how at the very beginning of the show, incest is bad, but then at the end of this season, everyone's rooting for Jon Snow to bang his aunt.
Right?
But were they doing that after they found out he was related to her?
Yeah, it's not mattering for a lot of people on the internet from what I can see.
Yeah, from a lot of the message boards and stuff, it's like, can't wait for Jon to bang his aunt.
Grody.
Pornhub's aunt nephew stuff has skyrocketed because of this.
I mean, look at most of your European monarchies. I mean, for
it's
thousands of years it was cousins marrying
inbred
cousins
this, inbred that.
Exactly.
Well, then they even
we must keep the bloodlines.
I don't know if I heard it in the show or read it that the Targaryens kept humping each other to keep the bloodline pure.
Yep.
And I don't think that's far off from historical fact, right?
No.
For a lot of
No.
Yeah, that's literally what he just said.
yeah.
Thanks for paying attention.
Boy, that brings back memories.
Who are you? No, but back to George R. R. Martin. Like, don't you think he probably? And I guess it just depends on how he writes. Don't you think he plots out where everything's going to end up?
No, I don't know. I read about a conversation between him and Stephen King where he's like, "How do you write so many books? Don't you have those days and weeks where you write down everything and then just say, 'Oh, that's garbage,' and throw it away and start completely over?" And Stephen King's like, "No."
That's called the Dark Tower series.
And lots of cocaine.
And Stephen King's like, "I've written 47 books while we've been sitting here.
Yeah.
One of them would be good."
Huh.
By the way, I would have loved to see the idea of George R. R. Martin writing for Star Trek.
Right?
He wrote for Beauty and the Beast.
There was an article he put up on the
Essentially the
Facebook
same
page. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast, Star Trek.
Yeah,
No
you
big
know.
deal. That
Tale as old as
he
time.
He has 2 daughters. He's watching that. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I lost my train of that he was turned down for a writing job with Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah. It would have been one of the producers that left after the 2nd or 3rd season. What did I say that we could have seen? We could have seen the episode where Riker bangs his sister. Or Worf, yeah.
Smells like lavender.
Kabla!
Gentle lover.
I was going to say, Worf is probably a gentle lover. Are you uncomfortable? How do you feel? Get ready. It's happening.
This is probably the strangest episode we've ever done.
You're welcome.
Probably. Yeah, I would have doubt it.
Yeah.
It took a little bit to get off the ground, but once it got going.
I'll tell you what.
Anyways, so Game of Thrones, I thought the season was okay. I feel like they were just setting up the next season, where I read what is possibly going to happen in the first couple episodes of next season. They've got a couple of those type of things from the HBO leak on YouTube, which it's plausible, I guess.
You know, I'm kind of the mindset, as long as you don't end it like The Sopranos, I really don't care. You know, if Daenerys is on the throne, Jon Snow, or even Cersei's still there and everybody's dead.
What I think is going to happen is, I think it's going to be much like, and you don't play, but World of Warcraft. Mm-hmm. There was something called the Lich King, which is essentially the exact same thing as the Night King, who controls the dead in the Arctic. Gee, cool. George R. R. Martin.
Well,
anyways, I think it's going to be a thing where Jon has to save everybody by becoming the new Night King. That there must always be a Night King.
I've heard that theory.
So essentially, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
I really, really, really hope that they can come up with something better than that.
The first movie or
No,
the third one.
Davy Jones.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's it? Will Turner had to become the new Davy Jones. There always has to be a Davy Jones.
Oh, I wonder what happened to that character.
So
I watched a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean.
I guess he's back in the latest one.
It's the same. It's the same story.
Yeah.
I would rather not have them recycle the story.
I think that's what it's gonna be.
Best case scenario, Daenerys on Jon Snow on the Iron Throne.
Like on top of him, like, yeah, you're my daddy. I love
However
you.
it works. It's Game of Thrones.
Who's my nephew? Who's my nephew? Who's my nephew?
Is there any way Daenerys like succeeds the throne to him once she finds out that he's the true or the next in line? Anyway, she's cool with that.
I don't
After
know.
all this stuff she's done,
Maybe.
after all the slaves she's freed and people she's
Maybe.
killed,
Maybe.
At this point, I just feel like she's a millennial. I deserve this. Give it to me.
Well, she thought she deserved it because she was literally the next in line.
Yeah, the only heir. Does she say, right or wrong?
Bend the
hey,
knee.
Yeah. Does that become the ultimate, fake out turnaround? She bends the knee to Jon. If you know what I mean.
Bend at the knees or the hips.
However it works.
Yeah. That and she's pregnant next season, right?
Totally.
They wouldn't have brought up, oh, well, I can't have babies anymore.
Yeah.
Who told you that? A weird witch in the desert? Do you really believe her? I'm going to bang you and we're going to prove that you're wrong.
Yeah.
She's knocked up.
Yeah, they've mentioned that at least twice during this recent episode. So that's got to happen.
The foreshadowing that was...
Beat you over the head with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just going to be like a baby with a dragon head and Jon Snow's body.
So I'll take a minute to picture what that would look like.
Horrible. That's what that would look like. Yummy.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Does that kind of wrap up Game of Thrones here? Do you guys feel good about any closing thoughts about it?
Spoiler alert, the Red Wedding is not a happy time.
No. It's not red themed color wise.
You remind one last thing. Arya is the best character on that show during season 7.
Who doesn't love Arya? That one practice battle with Brienne was just worth the season alone.
And I would say that she is probably actually the most. See how to phrase this. In the book, she's probably the one with the most like realistic motivation and the most reality based character I think that there is. I would agree.
Watch my family murdered, and now I'm going to go turn into a weird assassin. She's Batman.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
She's Batman that kills.
Yeah, she's medieval Batman.
And I'm okay with this. Yeah, that fight with her and Brienne was awesome.
Yeah.
She whipped that sword around, and one time I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. No, that and the Walder Frey thing. I mean, she's had a couple really good moments this season.
Who kills the Mountain, her or the Hound?
I think the Mountain's going to kill the Hound, and she feels some sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Obligation, like connection with the Hound through what they went through, and kills the Mountain.
The best meme I've ever seen about season 7 is probably the one where it shows Rand and the Hound walking. It says they're like two divorced parents that have custody equal custody of their murder child.
Nice.
The murder child. I like it.
I was happy with this season. It wasn't the best season, but I'm cool with it. I'm fine. Like I said, just don't end it with a cut to a black screen and play Journey. How much would that suck, Game of Thrones? It's not even like a good Journey song. And the lights go down on the city. That's the end of Game of Thrones.
I don't know if I could name 3 other Journey songs.
Or worse, it's a Jackal song.
If it's George R.R. Martin, it would be something like that.
Right.
And not even like the one Jackal song.
Yeah, it's some obscure POS from 1972.
See a dragon fly across, and all of a sudden you hear do 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 do.
Did you
Total this mother effort.
Did you guys see the made up Game of Thrones like in the modern age
No.
trailer?
Huh.
Okay, I gotta put that up.
I think there was one where they were they redid the Friends
No, this is somebody
intro.
redid, took like Game of Thrones and moved it to where it would be the same world, but like modern times.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. I'll show it to you guys in a little bit. So, all right, that's going to do it for this edition of 151, presented by Skeleton Vineyards. You can find out more about Skeleton Vineyards on their Facebook page at Skeleton Vineyards. We'll have the information about that at the bottom of the page. Also, for us, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, all at 151 The Show. And please subscribe to our Podbean, YouTube, and iTunes channel. Were you dancing?
No, the face tracking thing is
Oh, cool.
kind of a shiny object with it.
Nice.
Ooh,
So I
squirrel!
I gotta turn that around now?
No.
Okay. We can't end the show without a shameless plug.
Cue the music!
Oh, it's time for a shameless plug. This is the portion of the show where we shamelessly plug something, which is kind of weird now that we have a presenting sponsor, but
Right.
I think they're okay with it.
I hope so.
There's no shame in Skeleton Vineyards.
No.
There's a difference.
No. I've got the shameless plug for this show, and we're actually going to my place of business. Fender's Chop Shop.
Oh, I thought it was a t-shirt company for a minute.
No,
I didn't
no,
understand.
no.
Gildan T-shirts.
At Fender Cycle of Des Moines, if you're ever in town and are looking for a haircut, we have one in the actual motorcycle shop.
Tell me more.
It's a barber shop inside a motorcycle shop. How brilliant is that?
You have started looking much better since you've been employed down there. I gotta say.
Well coiffed.
Yeah. Doesn't look like I hate my life when I go into work
Right.
now. I mean, what?
What?
Huh?
Oh, that's a reference to. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, no, you can stop in and see Maria. She's the berber that takes care of everybody. She does hot towels. She'll do beard trim. She'll do whatever kind of hairstyling you want.
Maybe I need to come down.
And there's beer there, right?
There might be beer there.
Beverages,
And maybe cigars.
cooler.
Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a full service barber shop. She even does like the straight edge stuff, which is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Come to find those little touches are make you stay with a barber.
Yeah. Yeah. So I told her I'd give her a shameless plug.
There you go.
So
See, Moose, the shameless plug is something that we like or we're promoting with no sort of, compensation provided. It's just something cool that we're fans of ourselves.
Okay, makes sense. Why not? It's your show. You do what you want.
yeah, exactly.
Promote the things you like.
Yeah, so head over. They've got the Facebook page, Fender's Chop Shop, and they've got a website and stuff. I'll put all the information in the page, and you can go check that out.
Now,
and,
is this like neck up, or can I get my chest waxed? Or
she'll do whatever.
And check out our website at demonfart.poop.
Yes, that one. So that's your shameless plug for this week. We appreciate it. Again, thank you to Skeleton Vineyards for coming on and presenting the show. You can find out more about them on their Facebook page at Skeleton Vineyards. Shameless plug will go up as well. So thank you to Maria for this. This is my haircut.
Got a little dent on the top. Oh, that's the headphones.
Oh,
And she went a little high there. Oh no,
that's just where I'm going bald.
right.
Sad face.
Says the guy with a natural shine from the light on the top of his head.
We're all pretty much bald here.
Yeah,
Let's
pretty
just
much.
admit it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for joining us. Follow us on Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube. Please subscribe to our channel and Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at 151 The Show.
Thank you to our very special guest for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
This was fun.
I hope so.
We're gonna
I
get
miss
you,
these days.
gonna get you back again for some bag of questions, I think, aren't we?
Yes.
I look forward to the
You're
bag.
going to stick your hand in my bag.
Real quick, before we go, I guess I should have told you about this earlier. I just want to do one thing. I am wearing, for Shirts of the Show, by the way, my Hog's Breath Key West t-shirt. Irma just went through down there.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
we're just, I guess I wore it because, I'm thinking about everybody down in the Keys, and
You've got a pretty big connection down there, though.
I do between Tampa and between the Keys. That's pretty much where I've always vacationed and a lot of really good memories from. I mean, that's where we went on our honeymoon for crying out loud was Key West. So I'm glad everybody made it through down there. So this is one of my favorite bars down there. So
Cool. Yeah, hopefully everybody's okay.
Mhm.
Definitely think about all those people.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.